For 100 years after 1688, this compromise, the oligarchy of landed and commercial property, remained unchallenged, although with a thickening texture of corruption, purchase, and interest whose complexities have been lovingly chronicled by Sir Lewis Namier and his school. The leveller challenge was altogether dispersed, although the spectre of a leveller revival was often conjured up as the Scylla to the Charybdis of Papists and Jacobites, between which the good ship Constitution must steer her course. But until the last quarter of the 18th century, the temperate republican and libertarian impulses of the 18th century Commonwealthsman seem to be transfixed within the limits of Ayrton's definition. To read the controversies between reformers and authority and between different reforming groups in the 1790s is to see the Putney debates come to life once again. The poorest he in England, the man with a birthright, becomes the rights of man. While the agitation of unlimited members was seen by Burke as the threat of the Schweinis multitude, the great semi-official agency for the intimidation of reformers was called the Association for Protecting Liberty and Property Against Republicans and Levellers. The moderate Yorkshire reformer, the Reverend Christopher Wyville, as to whose devotion there can be no question, nevertheless believed that a reform on the principle of universal suffrage could not be effected without a civil war. In times of warm political debate, the right of suffrage communicated to an ignorant and ferocious populace would lead to tumult and confusion. After a series of elections disgraced by the most shameful corruption or disturbed by the most furious commotion, we expect that the turbulence or venality of the English populace would at last disgust the nation so greatly that to get rid of the intolerable evils of a profligate democracy, they would take refuge under the protection of despotic power.